oftentimes when people contact us and they were involved in an auto accident or a collision or any personal injury matter, they might think that there's no insurance coverage involved. But oftentimes we've investigated and found insurance coverage. So for instance, when you're involved in an auto accident, there are lots of ways we can find insurance coverage. And we go through the extra mile making sure each one is there. Or not there before we move on to the next one, and we investigate each potential avenue of insurance for every claim. And to a much broader degree than I think a lot of other firms will. When people are involved in an auto accident, first we're going to look at the car that hit you, the at-fault vehicle, and figure out whether they had insurance or not. If they didn't have insurance, it might very well be the driver of that vehicle didn't own the vehicle they were in. And if that driver owns another vehicle and has liability coverage, that insurance might be culpable. From there, we're going to investigate whether the driver was in the course and scope of their employment at the time of the accident. If they are in the course and scope of their employment, it might be that their employer needs to come to bat and pay your damages. And then we're going to look at your insurance coverage. So in an auto accident, that's uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. First, we're going to look at the vehicle you were occupying at the time of the accident. Did that vehicle have UM or UIM coverage? That's what we call uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. Next, we'll look at you personally. If you have other vehicles that have UM or UIM coverage, you might be covered under that policy. Then we'll look into what we call resident relative coverage. The way the uninsured, underinsured motorist statute is written, if you live with any relatives at the time of the accident and they have their own vehicles, and those vehicles are insured with uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, that coverage applies to you. You're actually an insured under that policy. As you can see, there are lots of avenues for finding coverage in a collision or in any personal injury matter. And we'll go the extra mile looking for it.